I'm George Riles. I'm here at Last Chance Archery because it's time for another thing a week. Okay, just so you know, you should subscribe. Only 20% of you that are watching this right now are actually subscribed. There's a few benefits to that. A, you get notified. B, I'm going to do some giveaways. You might win a free lesson. Jonathan at Last Chance Archery, they're going to do some giveaways too. Use shirts and hats and stuff. So make sure that you subscribe, and periodically throughout the filming of Thing of Weeks, we're going to give away a few things. So make sure that you're subscribed. Also, you can get lessons from me at improvemyarchery.com. That's improvemyarchery.com. You can do it online, which works really great. You can also come to Archery Learning Center and do it in person, and I can go through all your stuff and watch you shoot and do the whole bit. So we can do all of that at improvemyarchery.com. I can also come to your archery shop or your club and put on a whole weekend. I go all around the world and I do these weekend workshops, and you can have one at your club or your archery shop. All you have to do is contact me. You can do it through YouTube, or you send me an email or whatever. I'm not hard to find. And we'll pick a weekend that works out for you, and I'll be there, and we'll have 20 of your closest friends. We can have a workshop together, and contact me through improvemyarchery.com. Okay, so here we go. It's time for another Thing a Week. Hey everybody, I'm back at Last Chance Archery, and I'm going to answer somebody's question on Thing a Week 74, was it? Yeah, 74. Corey Seabaum suggested that we do a Thing a Week on the elbow's effect on overall stability. All right, so the elbow does a few different things. You can see people with an elbow that's hyperextended, that kind of bends the wrong way. People call that double jointed. It's really like hyper flexible. Some people have a high shoulder that they can't get rid of, and a lot of times that's related to the elbow. So when I pick my elbow up and I raise it, my front shoulder gets kind of high, and it's hard for me to lower that when I'm under pressure with the bow. So what helps me when I pick this up, if I just leave this elbow unlocked, that helps me relax this out. Now on Cameron, when I pick, hey everybody, this is Cameron. You've seen him in other videos. I forgot to introduce him. We just went right into it. But if I just pick his up, you see how his shoulder kind of comes up a little bit? So just to show you how much, so just turn this off, right? So you see that's about that much, you know, in the shoulder elevation, right? And when your elbow is completely locked out tight, that tends to make this stiff. Another thing, Cameron, try this. You are going to try with your elbow completely locked out. You're going to try to hold your fist still in space. I'm going to move you, and then you try to hold it still. Hold it still. I'm easily moving you wherever I want you to go, right? Yeah. You might notice your sight pin kind of aims in a circle because all he has to work with is this muscle group right here to hold this steady. Now, unlock your elbow just a little bit. And what that'll do is that allows you to use your bis and tris to hold the bow still. So now, hold me steady. You can unlock it a little more and then hold me still. Can you feel the difference in your ability to hold that steady?
It's more stronger than that.
It's stronger. You got a lot more ability to stabilize, right? Because using your bis and tris instead of just your shoulder, what that'll do is it'll aim in a circle when your elbow is totally straight, but when you unlock, it'll become a little bit more
slow down.
It'll come a little bit more random through the middle. So if you're having one of those days, and you remember, those days that it's just out, everything you're doing is just barely out, you're like shooting a great shot. Yeah, right? If you just soften your front elbow,
it slows it down pretty much.
It slows it down. It makes it more manageable. It's more random through the middle rather than circular. So ultimately, it will raise your scores. And if you have somebody with an elbow that hyperextends, just unlocking the joint will help. And you may notice, like, when you unlock your elbow, you might notice the elbow is unstable just because you're so used to shooting it completely locked out. Just keep going with it, and the strength around that joint to help hold that stable so it's not vibrating quite so much. You can do kind of a plank against the wall. You can just shoot your bow more with it unlocked, and that'll help stabilize this joint just a little bit more so that your bow is super steady. I recommend learning this without any weight on your stabilizer bars so you can see the instant effect of your steadiness when you soften this joint just a little bit. So that's it. Elbow flexed, it becomes more random through the middle. Elbow locked out straight tends to aim in a circular pattern. So if you're having those issues or a high shoulder, just barely unlocking the elbow helps you fix that. All right, we'll see you next week on Thing of the Week.